I got something I want to do with y'all. Kind of like a weekly recap of the season, how it's going. Week 1 just finished. I'm rocking my Chelsea shirt, so we're gonna do a little bit of Premier League, you know what I'm saying? And every week, I really want to do this. I want you guys to, in the comments down below, let me know what jersey I should wear next week. I busted out the Chelsea jersey this week. I bought this jersey because João Felix played for Chelsea this season, and you know, I had João Felix on the back. By the way, he's coming back to Chelsea, which is really sick. We'll talk about that. But we want to talk. We're gonna start off with Manchester United, right? And we're gonna read your comments. Read your comments. Casemiro looks sharp again. And this is coming in from my boy Erbzinho. Casemiro looks sharp again. Him plus Kobe, Maino, in the midfield. Alongside our new attack and defense, we could cook up a cheeky challenge for the title. Now, I'm not going to hate on my boy Erbzinho here because I like what he's saying. But I think Manchester United main thing needs to be this. Make it to December. Make it to Christmas, make it to the holidays in the top 3. If Manchester United can do that, then let's start talking about contending for the title. I think the most important thing is to take baby steps with this team. I think they look good. I think they're playing good football. It's early. They have a lot of young players, obviously. So we got to see how this team continues to develop and grow. I'm not going to make fun of you and be like, oh, this is crazy. I want to see Manchester United competing. But I think let's get to the holidays. It's week 1. Let's get to the holidays. And when we get to the holidays, if they're in the top 3, let's start talking about them contending. But they are a fun team to watch. I've said a lot of negative things about 10. I'm not going to start with the negativity. I think he's doing a good job with the team so far. I thought they made really good signings. We'll see where it goes. Again, one thing I want to say is, that goal took a long time to come, and it was kind of, I don't want to say a lucky goal or anything like that, but, you know, you want to see a little bit of a better performance from Manchester United. But again, it's week 1. You need 3 points. They got 3 points. They look good. It wasn't a crazy awesome win, but they looked very, very good. So 100% Erbzing, I'm with you. They played all right. Next thing I want to say, next comment I'm going to read comes in from UTD Specialist. If I read your name wrong, my bad. I'm satisfied with how we played. I feel the scoreline wasn't a reflection on how well we played. I do agree with this. Chances created, agreed. Movement off the ball, I agree. Fluidity across the front line, I agree. Brighton will be a big test. This is what I'm glad you said that. First of all, I agree with everything you say here. I do think that there was a lot of amazing things. I just say, this is where I come, the goals is important. Obviously, not every game you're going to put up 3-4 goals, but how well they played, you got to be able to put this away, finish your chances. You got to be able to, I'll quickly talk about La Liga for a second. You saw Real Madrid. They had chances with Mbappe, Vinny in their first week 1 game, and they didn't put their chances away, and they end up dropping points the first week of the season, right? You got to put your chances away when you want to be a team that competes. Again, they got the 3 points. They did look very, very good, but Brighton will be a very, very... Week 2, week 3, we're really going to see how it comes. Again, I'm not being negative. I'm just saying we got to give this United team time out. I think they're going to be good. They made really good signings, man. So thank you so much for the comment. Casemiro looked great with the ball and off. Listen, Casemiro played very well this game, and I'm glad United fans are praising him because he was getting a lot of stick during. There was a game where they were giving Cas a lot of stick. But listen, he was good. It was nice to see. Maguire was unbelievable and looked very comfortable. That's very good. Obviously, you need more center backs. They got center backs. Having Harry Maguire there to help out with De Ligt, to help out with Martinez. He's an older center back that can help De Ligt because he's new to the Premier League. It's good. Anthony's best position is on the bench. Wow. The new left back, right back from Bayern, I don't want to mess his name up, looked good with the ball and defensively. I agree. I thought he had a very sharp game. Mount had really good energy. Excited for the rest of the season. I think a lot of Manchester United's success is going to come to this. I know people are going to make fun of me and call me stupid and say all this kind of funny business. It's Casemiro playing well, but it's really Mason Mount as well. Mason Mount is going to need to be good. Mason Mount is going to need to be important. He's a player that's played in the Premier League. He understands the league. He gets it. He needs to help the players that haven't played in the Premier League, but he also needs to be important to the team because with him clicking, it's going to give Bruno space to be Bruno. So I think it's very important for Mason Mount to be good. You know what I mean? Very, 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 very important. Let's talk about Chelsea for a little bit, man. We get a comment here that says, my team's Chelsea. How I feel after week 1. I think we actually played decent in our 2-0 loss. I actually agree with you. I don't think Chelsea were horrible. I actually thought that they were going to get smacked when the game started. When the game started, I was like, man, City's going to run with this. But if I'm being honest with you, the game was 1-0 for a very long time, bro. Like, that was a game where Chelsea, okay, they didn't create a bunch of chances going forward, but I don't think they were bad. They were playing against a very strong City in Guardiola, you know? Lost to City, but our lack of offense fluidity is troubling. I agree with you. We are on the verge of signing João Felix, but I think we need Osimhen to push to the top 4. I don't have much faith in Jackson. I agree with everything you said here, and I'm going to tell you this as well. Chelsea has made a lot of amazing signings, but also I don't know what the heck they're going to do with all these amazing signings. There is too many players for the same position. I think Nkunku likes to play behind the striker. So does João Felix. João Felix is the best behind the striker. He's not as much of a winger. The coach is kind of causing an issue with Sterling, where like Sterling being on the wing or Modric being on the wing, and then João Felix in behind a striker like Osimhen, if they got him, would be fantastic. But then you have Nkunku. Where do you put him? I think they played him on the wing, right? It's going to be very weird to see how they position all these players, how they fit all these players. They keep signing. They just signed Pedro Neto for freaking 60 million. It's a lot of signings, and I just don't know how you fit all of them into the team, into training, into how do you fit them? How do you make them feel important? And it's tough. But again, I don't think they were terrible against City. I don't think they were terrible. I think had they had a pretty okay offense, I think they would have been all right. One thing that's really troubling and scary to me about Chelsea, and you guys might make fun of me, Enzo's the captain. He's been there a season and a half. He got there during the World Cup, maybe 2 seasons. Lads, I'm going to be real with you. The captain already just doesn't make sense to me. Like, that's how new of a team this is. That's how, like, you're seeing the team. You're like, wow, this is such a new team. It's because, like, they don't really got a lot of players that have been there for a long time. Who's going to be the Lampard? Who's going to be the Terry? You're giving the captain armband to Enzo already? Enzo's still so young, and he's a captain? That's kind of wild, but that's a little bit, like, alarming to me, if I'm being honest. We move on. As a Chelsea fan, we have the bed. Brought like 50 players, a new manager, but the higher ups won't even let the team simmer. Listen, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of new players, a lot of new faces. This is going to take a long time to build chemistry. I'm going to be honest. To find Chelsea's best 11 might be somewhere way after the holidays. How do you find your best 11 when there's so many new faces? So many players still have to adapt to the Premier League, adapt to a new manager, adapt to a new system, adapt to a new way of living, adapt to a new way of playing. Hoo-wee! That's gonna be it's gonna be tough. I agree with you, man. As a Chelsea fan, we need to play Palmer at the 10. Bench Jackson and start. Yeah. Listen. Palmer, Felix, and Nkunku, they all like that in behind the striker. This is what we're talking about. It's a lot of up in the air. Putting Felix on the wing, it's not his best position. As a Benfica fan, I'm telling you, when you play this guy behind the 9, when we played him behind João Felix, when he first came onto the scene, when we played him behind Jonas at Benfica, amazing, bro. Amazing behind. I'm telling you, bro, just put him behind the striker for 3 games and watch what he'll do. When he plays for Portugal, all I hope is that they play him behind the striker. When you put Felix on the wing, bro, it's not his best position. Let's talk about Arsenal. Arsenal. We feel very great. Saka, I feel very great. Sorry. Saka is very, very, very good player. I agree. Zinchenko needs to be tried as a midfielder. Okay, that's interesting. Arsenal are going to win the league. Oh. Oh, you threw that in there. Listen, they have a big chance. They press well. They attack well. You have a good chance. Arsenal looks strong. Havertz still doing bits up top. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Arsenal fans made fun of the Havertz signing. They did. And he's freaking fantastic. They made fun of him when he came in. I remember. Y'all remember. He even got made fun of when he was playing there for a little bit. The dude's amazing. And we just might challenge Chelsea's defensive record. Okay. Arteta revenge tour in full effect. I like it. Arsenal look incredible. Saka showed again that the team who failed to have him double or triple covered will quickly be punished. I agree. Best winger in the league. One of the best wingers in world football. Let's be honest. The kid's amazing. Man City. We look good considering no Rodri. I agree. I like the attack he's amazing. I really like him, bro. I think he's very, very amazing on the ball. And Doku putting in dangerous crosses. And if we actually get Gundogan back, yep. Yeah, listen, Gundogan is a big player for that midfield. If Gundogan actually comes back, which they're talking about it, that is a big, big, big pickup for them. And I'll be honest, I do like y'all's wingers. City, I think, got better. Liverpool, people are putting us, Liverpool, outside top 4 and just in the top 4. All because we have not made signings. Also because Klopp is impossible to replace. Fresh tactics, ideas are what we need. We don't need much more. I think Liverpool have a fantastic team. I think it is a little bit scary when you lose somebody like Klopp, because when you think about Klopp, you think about him in the same conversation as Guardiola, as Mourinho's, as those type of managers. It's very hard when you lose a manager like that. But I do think that sometimes fresh faces, fresh tactics is important. You know, it's important for other players. Maybe you'll get even more out of Darwin Nunez. So I do agree with you. I think Liverpool can do, depending on other teams, I think Liverpool will probably be in the top 3. I could be wrong, but I could see Liverpool in the top 3. Love Slot, a desire to scoop the problems and fix it. At halftime, he decided that everything you're saying here, I fully agree. Jota 100% needs to stay fit. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm sorry, I'm jumping topics here. My biggest regret about the Euro, or not regret, when I think back to the Euro, I get so mad at it. The game that we lost to France, Jota didn't come in. He put in Felix, who barely had any time in the Euros and barely played a lot at Barca. And I know Jota was coming off an injury, but Jota, when he gets subbed in for Portugal, usually scores. And we didn't put him in against France. I agree with you. If Jota stays healthy, I think y'all have a very, very strong team. No doubt about it. Liverpool fan here. We are 2 injuries away from, depth is a problem. I do fully agree with you. Again, like we just talked about, if Jota doesn't stay healthy, it's tough. If Jota stays healthy, then all of a sudden you have a lot of goal scorers. But Jota needs to stay healthy. I get what you're saying. 1 or 2 injuries and it's all over, bro. The depth is not, I agree. I fully agree with what you're saying here. The depth is not crazy. We'll talk a little bit about Newcastle. With a few more signings and players back from injury suspension, I think Newcastle United can have a very good season. There is no reason as to why we can't push for Europe again. I like this. I like that you just want to push for Europe. And I like that 1,000,000%. It's not, hey, let's finish top 3, let's compete, you're setting it where you want to set it, and it's like, hey, if anything else comes with the expectation, well, you just beyond my expectations. I like it a lot, man. Talk a little bit about Forest real quick. Got a Forest fan here. Forest bossed the game in areas on Saturday. Loads of people think that we will go down. We are here to stay. We need a striker. Why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, the Mexican striker. 100. That's who you guys want. Are you guys linked with him? I didn't know y'all would link. That would be sick. I would love to see him in the Premier League. Will Forest go? To be honest with you, I don't know what to say about Forest here. I'm not going to say I don't think y'all go down. I don't think y'all go down. No way y'all go down, right? I think there's no way y'all don't get relegated. I don't think Forest get relegated. That would be really sick to see the Mexican striker, man. We got Wolves. Still a lot of promise in our young team. Most of our issues are results. The owner, unless it's mistakes in the past, spending money support, still good, and we can do is hope continues. Look, for me, Neto left, and I think Neto's hard to replace for Wolves. I think that will be a little bit interesting to see what they do there. But they also got a lot of money for Neto, so it'll be interesting to see how they invest it, what they do with it. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. It was really fun getting you guys involved in the videos, getting you guys to chat with me. I thought that was a really, really cool thing. If you guys enjoyed it, thumbs it up, subscribe. Let me know what jersey I should wear next week. Maybe Manchester United, maybe Man City. I got a lot of kits. Whatever you guys want me to wear, we'll get it.